Inside this workshop, history is being made. A team of up to 60 student engineers at the University of New South Wales is building the world's first internationally recognised road-legal solar car. And this team's already achieved a lot.
In 2011 we broke the world record for the fastest solar car in the world. We averaged 88.5 kilometres per hour. We actually broke the world record for the fastest electric car over 500 kilometres. We're aiming to break a world record where we want to build a new car by July next year, hopefully break a world record with it.
Integral to the success and ambition of this team is the contribution of recently graduated mechanical engineer Elizabeth Scott. Figures from Engineers Australia reveal she's one of less than 20% of engineering graduates who is a woman.
I mostly worked on building the brake system. The car has 3 braking systems, and the reason for that is to become a road legal car, you need to have 2 completely independent systems, and most people would know them as their foot pedal and their handbrake. And then your foot pedal needs to be a double system, so that if one of them fails, you can still safely stop the car. So if you look in either one of these sides, this is the brake caliper attached to the handbrake. These are the brains attached to the motors. So these are our motor controllers, and they are one of the most important technical electrical parts of the car.
And women like Elizabeth are accepted onto this team based on merit, not just to fill a quota.
We are very against quotas. We don't have a number that we aim to because we think that that's a terrible way to go about it. We want quality engineers, and whether they're male or female, that so happens to be.
Dr Bronwyn Holland heads the longest running university Women in Engineering program in the country at the University of Technology, Sydney. She says quotas are often important measures of success.
If you don't have targets, if you don't know what the situation is, if you're holding a senior position of power in these fields, and when asked why there are so few women in your field, you don't have a reasoned, evidence-based answer, I think that represents a selective ignorance. How is it that you can attain such success in business and leadership in these fields, but when asked to reflect on the lack of women?
With only 10% of the engineering workforce women, Dr Holland says cultural factors are clearly at play.
There's a consensus that the field of engineering is gendered as masculine, and this is a problem that has been discussed and addressed in literature for some time. Women are seen as kind of other. That in turn raises expectations of one gender about, for example, numeracy, and dampens expectations of another gender, and those kinds of things become internalised.
Dr Holland says supporting women to build confidence in their skills is vital, and that responsibility is embraced by the SunSwift team.
And something that we really like to see is someone who comes in knowing nothing and leaves being, a fully qualified engineer, and they're ready for their workplace.
Elizabeth's time at SunSwift has definitely been a learning curve.
I came to the brakes not really knowing much about brake systems. It's not really covered in our degree, and I've never known much about cars before this. So